Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am finally sitting down and filming my 9-week pregnancy update. You guys know that I have been all over the place lately. The last couple weeks I've been traveling and this pregnancy has been kicking my butt. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in a little bit, but I'm so happy to be filming again. If you guys are new around here, first of all, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so happy to have you here. I would love for you to stick around. My name is Kayla and I am a stay-at-home mom. I have a 17-month-old baby girl named Riley, and I'm currently expecting baby number 2 right now. I am actually 9 weeks pregnant at the moment. So it's just a really exciting time, and I just thought I would share like some of the symptoms that I've been experiencing and some of the things that have been going on with this pregnancy, because this pregnancy has been like so different than my first. And that's kind of just been interesting to say the least. It's just been like night and day between like how I felt with Riley and how I feel with this baby. So let's just go over like a list of the symptoms and we'll just chat, because I feel like it's been forever since I've really like sat in front of the camera and told you guys what's been going on. So let's just do it. So first of all, last week when I was 8 weeks pregnant, I did go and have my first ultrasound, and I'm the worst when it comes to these little photos because I just kind of throw them in my purse or like my diaper bag and they get all wrinkled and just terrible. But this is 8-week-old little baby. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that there, but obviously it was a very exciting day for me because I had been experiencing so much like anxiety ever since I found out that I was pregnant. I don't know, I'm just like a very anxious person by nature, so it was just like that peace of mind that I needed to be able to finally see the baby, for the doctors to tell me that everything was looking good so far. We heard the heartbeat, and it was such a good feeling. Like I remember feeling that way with Riley. I don't know, like I feel like I'm more nervous this time around for some reason of like everything being okay. So yeah, at least right now everything's okay. I'll be going back to the doctor for my like 12-week appointment, and I get to do another ultrasound then. So hopefully that will still be the case. Everything will be fine and I'll get to see another picture of my little babe, and I'm excited. I know a lot of you guys have asked me if we're gonna find out the sex of the baby. We are eventually, but I'm probably gonna wait until the 20-week anatomy scan to do that. Like I'm not in a huge hurry to do like a huge gender reveal or anything like that this time around. And I think with Riley, either way, like I think I waited until the anatomy scan, and what I did with her was I had the nurse write down her gender or whatever on an envelope, and then we took the envelope home. We didn't look at it. We gave it to like the lady that made the cake, and she's the one who like filled the inside of the cake with like the pink whatever, the dye for the cake. And that's kind of how we found out with Riley. Like we cut the cake in front of our family and friends, and it was a girl. I do actually have a gender reveal video, super old, on my channel if you guys want to check it out. But like the moment that I found out that I was having a girl was like just like one of the most exciting moments in my life, I think. Joe's kind of hoping for a boy, but I told him not to get his hopes up because I really think that we're just gonna be like an all-girl family. I would love to have a boy, but I also love being a girl mom, so I would be totally cool with just a bunch of girls running around here. But we'll see. So now let's get into the stuff that has been absolutely horrible. I'm honestly so glad that I decided to tell you guys as early as I did, because for a long time I was kind of going back and forth like how early I should share the news, but I really wouldn't have been able to hide it from you guys. Like you guys would have known right away, because I would have been absent. I would have not been myself, because I have been so tired, like drained, tired. I've had zero motivation to do anything. And like if you know me, like you know that I'm the kind of person that like I get anxiety just like sitting on my couch doing nothing. Like I can't really relax all that well. Like I always want to do something, and I always want to be filming videos or working on my blog or working on campaigns and like working on different projects. Like that's me by nature. So the fact that like the last few weeks I haven't wanted to do anything has really been like just difficult for me, I guess. Like I don't feel like myself, and it's been rough. It has been very rough to be pregnant with a toddler. to say the least. It has been really hard because as tired as I am, I still obviously have to attend to her and care for her and, you know, do all the things that I have to do to keep her alive and happy and healthy. And it's really like the time when I just want to be laying down in my bed doing absolutely nothing. So I'm very blessed in the sense that like my parents live close by right now and they can help me. So my mom has helped me a ton. She's always over, always trying to give me a break, but that's been the hardest thing about being pregnant and having a 17-month-old little toddler. On top of that though, the biggest thing that I've been dealing with this pregnancy is nausea. And with Riley, I was not nauseous at all. Like I had maybe a few days where like I was working at the time, and I remember I would be driving home like at 6 o'clock at night, and on my way home there were a couple times when I'd be a little nauseous, but like it would go away right away and it was like no big deal. I never took medicine, never took anything to alleviate that. But this time around, like last week, there was a span of like 5 days when I was miserable. Like I was miserable, like I was nauseous from the time that I would wake up to the time that I went to sleep. And it was like terrible because I'd be nauseous and then like I would maybe, I don't know, like I was also hungry, but nothing appetized me. Like I didn't want to eat anything, which is very unlike me because I always want to stuff my face with food. And I didn't want to eat anything. Actually, when I went to the doctor for my 8-week appointment, she told me that I was weighing less than I ever did like before I got pregnant with Riley. So like I knew that I had lost a little bit of weight because I wasn't eating anything. And then on top of that, like I would try to eat something, and whenever I would like build up the energy or the interest in eating something, nothing that I ate would like settle well with my stomach. And anytime that I've been nauseous where I feel like I really want to throw up, I have never been able to actually throw up. Like I am not the kind of person who like just, hey, I have a stomach ache and I throw up. Instead, it has to come out the other end, and I know that that's disgusting and gross, but that's what I had to deal with. So needless to say, it's been really hard dealing with that nausea and stuff. I still have it like a couple times a day, but not too bad right now, like knock on wood, because ever since like that like 5-day period passed, like I've started to feel a little bit better. I feel a little bit more like myself. But I did have one of you guys reach out to me and you recommended that I buy these like ginger chews, like these ginger candies, and I will link them down below. I got them on Amazon. It's like 3 bags of these candies, and they're supposed to be really good in like helping you like just deal with like the nausea and stuff. So I will keep these in my diaper bag. I'm gonna keep them around the house, and when I start to feel like that again, I'm gonna pop one of these in there and hopefully they'll help me. At my 8-week appointment, I was telling the doctor that I was going through this and whatever, and she actually prescribed this medication. It's called Bongesta. I don't know, I just like, if I don't have to take medicine, I try not to. Like obviously, like if I'm sick and I need medicine, I'll take medicine, but when I'm pregnant especially, I get a little bit anxious about what I'm putting into my body and how that could possibly affect my baby. So I was really leaving that medicine to like an absolute last resort. And I think that had I continued to feel how I felt for like another week or 2 weeks, I would have definitely opened up those pills and taken them. You're supposed to take, I think, just like one at night, like right before bed, and then if it's like really bad, you can take one in the morning too. But I didn't reach for them. I considered it, and then like at the last minute I chickened out and I was like, forget it, let's see if I can handle this without it. And it did seem to go away, like the bad state that I was in. So hopefully like the worst of it is over, but it was pretty rough on me for a few days. And like during that period, like my hormones have been so out of whack, you guys. Like I was sobbing. Like I remember I was at my mom's house last week, and at one point like I went to take a shower, like I left Riley with my mom, and I went back into my room and I started just sobbing. And I had just come back from like the 8-week appointment. I had just seen the baby. Like I was like, that was like all the good news that I wanted. It was a very happy day. Like, I got to see the baby, got to hear the heartbeat, everything was good. I should have been absolutely thrilled and ecstatic and happy, and instead I was in my room like sobbing, like breaking down sobbing, and I couldn't figure out why I was crying. Like, I had nothing to be sad about, I had nothing to cry about, and I was just crying like if someone had died, and I couldn't figure it out. So that was weird. And I know that that's hormones. I know that there's a lot going on, but that is something that I've had to deal with in this pregnancy. I also have been taking my prenatals. I'm actually out of this bottle. I have another one in my bathroom that I just ordered from Instacart today. But these are the prenatals that I've been taking. They're gummies and I love them. They taste kind of like candy. They're just like little gummies. They have like some sugar. These are just like, I don't know, they're a lot easier for me to take. With Riley, I was taking, I think, like the Nature Made, just the regular prenatals. And they were giant horse pills that were just like really hard to swallow. So these are just, I don't know, they're just easier. They're raspberry and lemonade flavored, and they still have the folate and the DHA, so I'm pretty sure that these are just as good as any other prenatals out there. So these are the ones that I have been taking, really like them. Something else that I've been dealing with this time around that I don't really remember too much with Riley is that my sense of smell has been out of control. Like, the other day I walked into Publix and it smelled like somebody had vomited all over the floor, and it was disgusting. Like, I had to walk in there and I had to hold my breath, because if I just continued to smell, like, I was gonna throw up. I was gonna throw up because, I don't know, something in there just smelled disgusting to me, or just a combination of all of the smells. It was too much for me to handle, and I got nauseous, and it was just really bad. So the smells have been out of control. It's been very strange. And then just like along those lines, like, there are certain foods that, like, if I think about them or if I see them or smell them, I want nothing to do with them. And some of those things are foods that I would normally eat all the time. Like, I can't really talk about what I want to talk about right now, because if I start describing the food that turns me off, it's like I'm gonna get nauseous, so I don't want to do that. But point is, there are certain things that I used to eat just fine that I can't think about anymore. I've also had a few headaches, which has been annoying, just because now that I'm pregnant, like, there's certain medicines that I used to take to help like bad migraines and stuff like that that I can't take anymore. So now whenever I get a headache or I feel a strong headache coming on, I'll just pop some Tylenol. I think Tylenol you're allowed to have. Obviously it doesn't act as fast as like some of the other stuff that I used to take, but it at least does the job. That's all I can do. So I've been dealing with some headaches. And then the other thing that I've noticed is that my face has broken out big time. And I remember that being the case with Riley also. Like, I got huge breakouts like along my jawline. And for me this time around, it's like around my jawline, and then like all of my forehead is like bumpy, and there's just a lot happening there. So that has been a little annoying. Now that I'm 9 weeks pregnant, my boobs are starting to feel sore. I think they started to feel sore like around 8 weeks. And I'm so glad that they finally did, because for a while there I was a little bit concerned, because when I took my pregnancy test this time around and I found out that I was pregnant, I found it very strange that at that point my boobs did not feel sore at all, because when I found out that I was pregnant with Riley, that was like the instant kind of giveaway. Like, before I even took a pregnancy test with Riley, my boobs were so sore. So that was like one of the first indications that I was pregnant. So this time around, when we were like in that 2-week wait period where I was like trying to find signs that I could maybe possibly be pregnant, that's what I was doing. I was like, you know, are my boobs sore? And I would like wait to feel my boobs hurting, and they just never did. So finally now is when they're sore. And I don't know, at least that tells me that things are going fine. But that's pretty much the gist of it right now. That's where I'm at, 9 weeks pregnant. I did already pull out my maternity leggings because this time around, like, I already noticed a bump. I noticed a lot of bloating, and I know that I'm probably gonna show a lot faster this time around than I did with Riley, given that this is my second child. So I need to get like the comfy clothes out. I'm gonna have to probably at some point do some shopping. Joe and I are actually going on a cruise at the end of June, and I'm hoping that like the bathing suits that I have, like the one-piece bathing suits that I have, I'm hoping that they will still work for me, like by the time that the end of June is here, like that I still fit into them, because I really don't want to have to go buy new bathing suits, because especially like maternity ones and stuff like that, they can be very expensive. So yeah, that's what I'm working with right now. Like none of my jeans actually close. I have to use like that little, like, it's kind of like a bandeau almost, like for your jeans, so that you can just like wear your normal jeans but like not have to like walk around with the buttons unbuttoned. So I'm trying to use that. I did pull out my maternity jeans, I just haven't worn them yet. And I don't know, I'm just staying comfy and just wearing loose fitting stuff because it's just really annoying to be wearing stuff that's really tight right now. So I'm gonna show you guys a clip of the bump right now so you guys can see where I'm at the 9-week mark. Hopefully I'll be doing some updates like this at least monthly, just to keep track of how I progress throughout this pregnancy. And I really hope that you guys will follow along the journey with me. But I do just want to thank you guys so much for all of the support and for checking in with me on Instagram. It really means a lot to know that I have people that I can talk to about my pregnancy and just like share this experience with you guys. So thank you so much. I love you guys like to the moon and back. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this pregnancy update, I would love it if you would give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.